A wonderful vocabulary technique that we use also as part of our building background component is called shades of meaning. And you can see that these are paint chips. You can get them in any hardware store, paint store. But what's important here is to think about any individual paint chip. Those are all the same color, but they've either added black or white to the base color to increase or decrease the intensity. And that's really the key piece of information about the shades of meaning technique. It's to help students understand synonyms, but to recognize that not all synonyms are equal, that they may mean a little bit more or a little bit less. So it's a wonderful way to have students think about words and how they are related in similar meanings. What we can see here would be, for example, the word hungry. You might say to a student when they come into class, "Are you feeling hungry?" And they might say yes or no. But at the end of the class, they haven't had any food yet. Maybe they're more than hungry. Maybe they're starving right now. And suppose they go through school and things are very busy and they actually don't make it to lunch. So in the afternoon, class comes along and they're just feeling famished. And of course, as a teacher, when your students are famished, it's hard for them to concentrate. But at the end of the day, they're still waiting for some food and now they feel ravenous. So all of these words have to do with degrees of hunger, and they are related, but they signify slightly different meanings. And I think for our English learners, particularly those that we are moving up to advanced levels of proficiency in English, learning about these words and seeing the value of different word choices can really help advance their proficiency. What I've seen teachers do when they try out this technique, there's a number of different ways it can be introduced and practiced with the kids. So, for example, they may give them 4 words already that they have predetermined. So the example here might be palace, house, apartment, mansion. And they ask the students to put them in order and then justify their order. So there's some negotiation among partners or small groups. There's discussion, explanation, justification, which helps with that language practice. Now, another way to do this would be to give the students 1 word and ask them to come up with another word or 2, either of greater intensity or of lesser intensity. I've also seen some teachers give 2 of the synonyms, say at the beginning and at the end, and ask students to find words that would work that would be in the middle. So all of this has students thinking about words and what the depth of meaning really is for those words. One thing, too, I'd like to share is that this kind of activity is good for all the major parts of speech. You can use it with nouns, with verbs, with adjectives, and with adverbs. So you can also just go to the hardware store and bring samples for your students, give them to your students, have them put them in their notebooks so that they remember this technique of shades of meaning.